Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce. My name is Kevin Alwi and I'm from Automotive Engineering Education, Padang State University. And then in here I will explain about a piston. Okay, piston. Piston is a component of reciprocating engine, gas compressor, and pneumatic cylinder, among other similar mechanisms. In this, a moving component that is contained by a cylinder and is made of gas tied by a piston ring. And engine, its purpose is to the transfer force from expanding gas in the cylinder to the crankshaft, and via piston, rod end or connecting rod. And in a pump, the function is receive a force is transfer from the crankshaft to piston for purpose to the compressing or ejecting the fluid in the cylinder. In some engine, the piston also acts as a valve by covering and uncovering port in the cylinder. Internal combustion engine. An internal combustion engine is acted upon by the pressure of the expanding combustion gas in the combustion chamber space at the top of cylinder. This force then acts down through the connecting rod and the crankshaft, and the connecting rod is attached to the piston by a wish. Severely, the spin is mounted within the piston, and unlike the steam engine, there is a piston rod crossroad, and the typical piston design is one on the picture. And this type of piston is widely used in a car diesel engine. And according the purpose of supercharging level and working condition, a maximum pressure in the combustion chamber can reach 20, and maximum temperature of some piston surface can exceed, and it is possible to improve piston cooling by creating special cooling cavity. Injector supply the cooling cavity with oil supply channel. For better temperature reduction, construction should be careful, calculate, and analyze. Oil flow in cooling cavity should be not less than 80 from oil flow through the injector. The spin it is harnessed still and is fixed in the piston, but free to move in the connecting rod. A few designs use a fully floating design that is loose in both components. And all spin must be prevented from moving sideways and the end the spin digging into the cylinder wall, usually by circling. Gas sealing is achieved by the use of piston ring. There are a number of narrow iron rings fitted loosely into a groove in the piston, just below the crown. Two types of rings are used. The upper ring have a solid face and provide gas, and sealing lower ring have a narrow edges and tube profile to act as oil shaper. There are many properly and detailed design features associated with piston ring. And next, a trunk piston. And trunk pistons are long relative to their diameter. They are both a piston, a cylinder, equal crosshead. As the connecting rod is angular form of this rotation, there is also side force that act along in the inside of the piston against the cylinder wall. A longer piston helps to support this, and the trunk have been a common design of piston since the early day of the reciprocating internal combustion were both a petrol and diesel engine. Also, high-speed engines have no adapted their wake. And then a characteristic of most pistons, particularly for diesel engine, is that they have a groove for an oil ring below the guided point, in addition to the ring between the gauge pin and crown. The name trunk piston derived from the trunk engine, an early design of marine steam engine to make steel more compact. They avoid the steam engine usual piston rod with separate crosses and were instead the first engine designed to place the gauge pin directly within the piston. Otherwise, the strong engine piston bore little resemblance to the trunk piston. They were extremely large diameter and doubling acting. The trunk was a narrow cylinder mount in the center of the piston. And next, crosshead a piston. Low-speed diesel engine may require additional support for the side fork and the piston. The engine typically used across the piston. The main piston has a large piston rod extending downward from the piston with effectively a second smaller diameter piston. The main piston is responsible for gas sealing and carries the piston ring. The smaller piston is purely a mechanical good. It's run with a small cylinder as a trunk unit and also carry an gauge pin. Lubrication of the crosshead advantage over the trunk piston as its lubricating oil is not subject to the heat of the combustion. Because of the additional weight of the piston, they are not used for high-speed engine. And thanks for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.